Here's the truth. We're destroying young families in this country when it comes to housing. Like we're just causing harm. Look, it's for all you people out there who already own a home, it's fine. If you particularly if you bought before 2015, I mean, it's been magnificent. If you'd bought like before 2010, it's unbelievable the run up in prices in British Columbia and Ontario, which is 50% of all Canadians live there. So for all you folks, all good. But for anyone who hasn't bought a house and wants to, and typically that's a whole bunch of young people in their late 20s and 30s, it's just awful. Like this combination of still sticky high prices, because the prices have come down in the last 3 months, but they're not way down. They're not down to 2018 or 2017 or anything like that levels. So it's still very high. Prices are very high. And interest rates are through the roof. So, and I know. All that stuff about, when I was young, it was 18%. Yes, it was, but the house only cost $189,000 back in the 80s. So we got to stop talking about that stuff. It doesn't make sense. Look, it's like this. Today, house prices and high interest rates combine to a point where, well, it's simple. Even 20 years ago, it took in British Columbia and Ontario, on average, 2.5 to 4 times average family income to purchase the average priced home in those provinces. Today, that number is 8 times to 10 times average family income. That doesn't work for young people. This is an impossible combination of very high prices and unmanageable interest rates. That's it. That's how it works. And people are mad. Like there's people who work with us. There's customers I talk to. There's borrowers who'd like to buy a home, would-be borrowers who'd like to buy a home. We talk to them. We listen to them. We have to disappoint them a lot. We have to give them bad news all the time. But even within my own business, I have young people who are, again, people in their late 20s to mid to early 30s. They're mad. They're just mad. They feel anger. They feel fear. They feel fear that they're never going to be able to buy a house. They feel cheated by generational difference. Why is everything so different than it was for their parents? Why is this so incredibly different? I mean, there's disappointment amongst these people. Disappointment, say, how am I going to start a family? And by the way, it's not just fertility rates that are off. I mean, people aren't having kids in Canada because they can't afford it. It's that simple. It's unmanageable. It's too difficult. It's too big an economic burden. It's not that people don't want kids. They can't do it financially. That's a level of disappointment with the way things are going in Canada for our next generation that's profound. It's real, and it's just goddamn wrong, okay? I can't dump all this on the government. But what I have to say is there has to be some kind of real clear thought given to this, real genuine attention, like serious policy change. I don't have every answer. I got a few. I've made a lot of suggestions in these videos, but the level of just upset amongst these folks, these young people who are never going to buy a home because right now they can't figure out how they could ever do it, is growing. It's serious, and it's just dead wrong. Somebody's got to start to take an urgent look at this. not just a housing accelerator fund from the federal government, which is only designed around subsidized housing. These people don't want subsidized housing. These young people just want a chance to buy a home just like their parents did. They don't want any subsidized housing. They don't want any long-term rental arrangements. They just want the same opportunity their parents had. And I don't want to hear all the story about, well, it's a new world. It's not a new world in the U.S. In the United States, young people can still buy houses. Yes, rates are up, so sales are down. But once rates come off in the States, the young people will just keep buying just like they were all through 2022, all through 2021. And they keep on buying because the houses are affordable. So don't say it's about all the world is like this. All the world is not like this. This thing we have in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, this just needs fixing. And it needs fixing now.